Welcome to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. You are watching our coverage of Collegiate Rocket League tonight. Boise State, over the weekend, participated in the CCA, an open qualifier and a much-needed chance to get some of those crucial CRL qualifier points. Boise State last week made top 8, and we are now going to see how far they can go. My name is Baratel, and I'm joined by Siphon. So I've been on the front desk. I've been on the front lines to see the action here from the Boise State roster, and I've heard you've seen some snippets, some little clips, if you will. What are you looking forward to, or what did you see when you were looking through those snippets?
Well, my initial takeaways were that this is a team that plays aggressive. They play high up the field. They look to create mistakes, create turnovers, and really go after the ball and create tons of opportunities to score a lot of goals. Yeah,
absolutely. And with that being said, that's what really drives true and successful for them. We've seen some teams take advantage of their, I wouldn't say lack, or maybe just undesire to be combative. They want to play friendly bumper cars. They don't want to demolish anybody. And we've seen some teams in the past kind of take advantage of that. Do you think that's something that some teams can use as an exploit to maybe be a little bit more of an advantageous spot?
I think that they can, absolutely. I think that that's one of the big ways you can counter a team that's going to try to pressure you all the way over the field, is if you are lowering the, if you take out one of the defenders with a demolition or you knock them out of the way, it can wreak havoc in terms of the rotations. So then the rotations get off, gaps open up, and it allows the other team to kind of move forward and gain, move the ball forward in a spot where they can create a lot of opportunities.
Speaking of movers, shakers, and producers, who on the Boise State roster do you think are you looking out for? Who's the spotlight player for you if you had to give a nice little shine on them?
I would say the team was fairly well-rounded, and all the members were contributing at a high level when I had seen a few clips I gotten to see. But I would have to go with Lyon. I think he was definitely an impact performer on both sides of the field when I saw him.
Fair enough. And as you mentioned, the kind of play style Boise State likes to rock with this roster. We call them, I think people call them CBL. I'd call them CBL because it's like CDL, the commercial driver's license. This one's the commercial bodying license because sometimes they do kind of body their opponents. I don't know if that's a little 2BM or not. But anyway, Boise State really trying to put their best foot forward. And again, getting top 8 in a tournament in any regard is something to be pretty proud of so far.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always a big achievement to be able to qualify that deep into a tournament. And I think it was also the way that they were able to do it as well. I mean, they were just taking it to a lot of these teams, and they ended up with a pretty solid run and a lot of wins that they can definitely be proud of.
Yeah, a lot of clutch moments, a lot of really nice teamwork, and as we always hear here at the Boise State production, and for most of the programs that are involved here, communication is key, and Rocket League is a game where the moment that something can happen, the whole kind of script changes, and you got to be able to communicate that in a fast and succinct way.
Absolutely, and it's obviously really big with rotations as well, especially for a team the way like Boise, with the way that they play with a high octane, aggressive mentality where they're going to look to try to pressure you and try to get the ball back high and try to from there just create a lot of opportunities. I mean, your rotations have to be perfect, because if even one person is off or delayed or too early, that can make it too easy to kind of get a 3-on-2, 2-on-1, create those numbers advantages for the other team, and your defenders are in no man's land.
Yeah, we often see, or we have seen in the past, maybe an old favorite of ours, a famous YouTuber now, gone past are the days where they were here in the Boise State Esports Game Pants Arena. Wayton Wilkin always recommends that you wait for the perfect moment to strike and plan for a play. You go up in the air the last moment that your opponent can predict it. That way they can't react. If you go up too early, they'll maybe try to go for a dribble down. Maybe they'll try to go for a spike or pass it down the side lanes. So it's all about being unpredictable to your opponents, but communicating your predictability to your teammates.
Yeah, that's definitely a really, really good point, is kind of being able to disguise what you're wanting to do, but telling your teammates this is what I'm going to do, and having that trust between your teammates as well, knowing that they're knowing to get into that position because they're trusting you to get into that position and with the ball, or do whatever it is you're going to do, like you mentioned, whether it's going for an aerial, winning a 50-50, taking the ball away, getting through a defender. There's a lot of circumstances in which that is a very, very key aspect.
Yeah, and there are a lot of other key aspects as well. We often talk about communication being key, but in order to do the micro, those kind of crazy flips, those aerial plays, you need the boost to do so. And we often see teams really put an emphasis on that side control so that way they can continue to afford to fill up those gas tanks. And I think that's something that Boise State had struggled with maybe at the inception of the program, but over time have become more of a really huge spotlight, a team to really look up at when it comes to examples on how to contain and maintain that side control. But, what do I know? I'm just me. I'm just a guy on the desk that gets to yell at things. Doc's keys of the game for Rocket League are create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't you dare overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. And we had talked about this being super important, but regardless, these are the key points here. And the Doc's keys of the game are brought to us by Drop-In Gaming. Drop-In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you are new to the scene or a seasoned veteran such as Siphon, Drop-In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. I might not get very far, but it'd be kind of fun. See where I stack up. And as a reminder, this is Boise State versus St. Edward University in this first game tonight. And the face-off has already gone awry. Boise State really losing a little bit of early possession so far in this round, but they will try to get this back as quickly as possible. A nice shot on goal will be turned away. And immediately Boise State's under pressure.
Yeah, now Lions going into the corner here for Baynock. Turns it over, though, along the back wall as Cosmo Buster looks to create as well, but it's cleared away from him as well.
Dino looking for an opportunity, Mala as well, but it's going to be Tuna who has the access to the ball so far. Be turned away. Boise State getting repossession of it. Lions looking for a drive play in the middle. Here goes Cosmo Buster with a centering pass. Can they access it? They cannot get the second punch, but the first one is there, and they're not done yet. Baynock looking with the car, the one, the only, the Dark Knight's car, if you will. Not stealthy in this regard, but does not matter. Lions going up in the air will be met with opposition. Cosmo Buster exactly where they need to be. Will be able to turn this one away.
A little bit frantic at the back there for Boise State as now they try to go above the St. Edward's goal. Instead, it's going to be cleared back all the way for Baynock as he has to survive a challenge from Mala. And now he tries to go forward again, but it's taken away from him at the center field line as Dino now tries to go off the back wall, but Lions is there to take it away. Now Mala again going to try to go towards the Boise State goal, but great play in the air from Cosmo Buster as he takes it away. But Dino above the goal. What a shot and a huge save from Lions.
Already the heat is picking up and no one's even scored yet. We've lost just about 2 minutes out of this first round. Boise State really trying to find a way to get this ball on the other side of the field. St. Edwards wants nothing to do with it. Nice shot. Here comes the waterfall. Nothing gained though. No one's in position. Mala will get in that passing lane and completely disrupt it. Nice attempt. They're going to continue to keep the ball on the blue turf. Boise State looking for an angle here. Cosmo Buster off the corner pass back into the middle. But again, this time Dino will be the one getting in that passing lane, and no team can really get a clear advantage, although it does look like St. Edwards does have more shots on goal.
It's going to come back here again. Another near post opportunity, but a big save there from Cosmo Buster as now it's going to be played off that back wall again towards the slot. There's a shot from Mala, and it's in.
A nice shot, a nice read. Mala will be able to sink this one in, and they're going right back to it. No replays necessary. It is completely go time for these two teams, and they're ready to go. Boise State eager to try and tie this one up.
End-to-end action so far, but Boise State find an opportunity as they try to hold the ball up. Now here they go. As it's going to come back here to Lions as he drives it forward over the center field line. It's high, but Mala will clear it away. It's going to come back to Cosmo Buster.
Cosmo Buster getting the pass towards the goal. Not really the safest option, but with Baynock up in the air, going to be able to get the centering pass. He goes up for the touch. Keeps it at arm's reach, but he gets in the way of Cosmo Buster as well. Lions stuff. Only one there to defend. Actually does not get successfully challenged up in the air. This ball is dangerously hovering in front of the net. They need to get this out of dodge, and now looking for a lob play here. Lions looking for a nice angle too. If that was not left mitigated, it could have went right into the goal, but Dino always here in position for the St. Edwards team. Nice bump as well. Mala looking for an opportunity to pass across the board. Across the map it goes, right into the welcoming wheels of Cosmobuster. Going to go for a pass backwards into Lions, but these passing plays, although they are calculated and angular, the amount of time it takes for them to develop, this St. Edward's team keeps reading them like a book.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're getting the right ideas. They just haven't been able to find the execution that we're used to seeing from them to this point in the offensive end. As now Tuna tries to go forward here, but it's knocked away from him, and now it's going to be cleared away here by Boise State. But Mala intercepts a poor clearance. It's going to come back to him again on the corner after the shot is saved. Moise Tuna again going to try to get this one towards the goal. He's going for it. He doesn't quite get a hit on it, and Lions will keep it here as it's another shot on goal from Dino, and instead it's going to go away into the corner. Mala not going to let it go out just yet, but a nice play there. Will knock it away towards the goal again, and it's another big save, this time from Cosmo Buster. Can Boise State get it out? The answer is no.
And we often talk about when there's constant pressure, when there's so many shot attempts on goal, eventually the armor has to crack, and Boise State has let 2 crack on by. 45 seconds left remaining, and we also highlight how it usually takes a good team about 30 seconds, 45 seconds to get 1 score. Boise State's got to get 2 to tie this up.
Yeah, they definitely do, and they don't have a lot of time to do it, but that's a good takeaway from Baynock. But instead it's going to be just again turned over as Boise State struggling to kind of get set up in the offensive end as they've lost the ball a lot as soon as they get over there.
Continuing to get these lobs, these kind of deep kicks, these boomers down, but they keep getting interrupted. The St. Edward's team is completely exactly where they need to be to stop Boise State from developing anything further, and Dino wants to look for an opportunity, goes for a centering pass. The lob again interrupted. Boise State still struggling to find the blue turf in this first round, and it is going to go the first round to St. Edward's University.
It was a very interesting game. I mean, St. Edward's University just kind of controlled things both ends, really. You know, they created a lot of opportunities, shots on goal. They really shut down the Broncos on offense, and we really didn't see much offensively.
Speaking of opportunity, the Idaho Army National Guard, guys, is a proud supporter of Boise State Esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard at the end of the night, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and a degree of your choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out to on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. So it looks like Boise State's still kind of struggling, although not in the way that kind of we've seen them struggle or falter in the past. This hasn't been a demolition-heavy game. It's just that they're not able to get themselves into kind of that quick, faster playing Rocket League that we usually like to see them play.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is, like you mentioned, just a different way we've seen for them to have struggled. You know, usually they're struggling with those demolitions, those bumps, and that's really what got them this game. I mean, it was just they were not able to set up offensively, and a lot of it was they were playing some very direct balls, you know, deep balls, like you mentioned, during the game. And they just weren't able to, you know, control those, secure those, or have options to, you know, pass out when they needed a quick option, and that just wasn't there. They'd lose possession and then immediately would go back the other way. And that was something that was very well done by St. Edwards. They shut it down. The Broncos are going to need to come up with some answers and some solutions to those problems. Yeah,
albeit there is a bit of silver lining to the cloud, and that is the fact that Boise State forced St. Edwards University, I think, somewhere amidst 6 shots on goal apiece before the successful goals each time. So with that being said, if they can break up that pressure from SEU and maybe turn it on their own side, those kind of reprieves of them being the aggressor could be what they need to continue and maybe hopefully lock this out. We do see the 50-50 going the way of St. Edwards again. And they are back on the orange turf. Again, a very momentum-based game, both in terms of the fact that you're driving rocket cars, but as well, the mental momentum continues to carry, and St. Edwards looks to continue to be unstoppable. Demolition will force that period there and respawn one of the members. To what avail? Boise State cannot gain much of advantage of that yet. They go for these short passes and the short plays. A shot on goal by Lions, and signs of life of Boise State continue to emerge.
Yeah, this is kind of what we wanted to see, was just, you know, a different style of offense. You know, faster Rocket League, like you mentioned, short passes, getting around these defenders here from St. Edwards. It's going to come back into Moise Tuna again, and a beautiful save from Baynock as he avoids the defender in front of him there to get it out. And now a nice flip over the top here, looking for Lions potentially from Baynock as they get into the offensive in here. Can they find something here on the blue turf? Score their first in this best of 3. They leave it short for Baynock, and it's denied on the goal line. And here comes Moistuna looking for Dino on the link up, and huge save from Lions.
He slides in with the tires and brings the ball back down home to planet Earth, keeping the score 0-0. Boise State, again, playing with a lot more ferocity this time. We've seen more blue time in this first 2 minutes than we saw the entire last round. Boise State struggling to find it, though, as a score will be homed in. And a nice one at that. St. Edwards will continue to strike first blood.
Yeah, they do, and that's really unfortunate that after coming immediately after probably the best spell on offense for the Broncos that we've seen so far across the first 2 games, like you mentioned. Now the Broncos got to get this one out of their own end, as it's going to come here for Baynox, but he gets demolished in the process. Lions, now can he try to get a clearance here potentially? He's able to do so, but it's going to be immediately sent back in. Boise State continuing to struggle with possession here.
Struggling with possession, and then this also means that they struggle with boost management. They are dangerously low on this make or break resource, and to great effect. St. Edwards is using this expertly. Nice carry by Cosmobuster in a 1v2. It's still dangling in front of the net, but no one can bring it home. Lions looking to try and interrupt. We'll go across the map to get some crucial boost. This time Cosmobuster looking for yet again another 1v2. Baynock up in the skies. Cosmobuster on the ground looking for an assist. Lions will get up in the air. We'll touch it. Baynock going to go for the full boost. Has a lot of room to play with. Will be up in the air. Cosmobuster try to drive it home. A centering pass. Can anyone go for it? But they barely blocked the first one. But the second one will be there. And Boise State will tie the series up 1-1.
Well, the Dark Knight rises there to finish that chance. As
the
Boise
bane
State
of their existence. Are you joking me right now? Riddle me this. How does Boise State get the lead? Sorry, I'm a pun person, so that was an open door for me, and I had to go through it.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, I gotta think of a good pun-related one. Not find one, but
down an almost indefendable angle from Baynock, and now the Dark Knight something pun. As Boise State will go up 1 for the first time this series.
Yeah, it's been big offensive possession in just 3 in a row. How about it?
Well, this is a trilogy.
That's true.
I mean, we got now Robert Pattinson going for the 4th. Once again, Boise State gets the 4th goal and completely turn the tides of momentum for this game. You got to admit, though, goal 1, goal 2 planned expertly. Goal 3, probably a fluke there on St. Edward's side. Boise State still trying to find a way to close this one out and lock this one up. And what a mental boon for them if they could continue to prevent St. Edward from getting anything beyond the 1 score. And it looks like they're going to continue to try and pad their own stats. Look at the amount of accolades on this board as Boise State finds the 4-piece chicken nuggets, no sauce. Not yet. Boise State, this is a completely different team than round 1.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of getting them higher up the field right now. I mean, they're starting to do a lot better in possession. They're able to move higher up and establish this, these high press that they like to play to force these turnovers, and that's what's creating these. And another one. The Hats are going to be new owners to Baynock.
New hats. Put a hat on your car. Pause mid-game. Go to garage. Do not collect $200. Boise State. Again, completely turning the script around, upside down, flipping it, as they are now 5-1 in this. Oh, the rule 1! It's actually a very strategic boost, and that was going to be dangerously close if they could get the rest of the angle, but the passing lanes continue to be interrupted. St. Edwards is not done yet. 45 seconds for 4 goals. It's possible. Anything's possible here, Siphon, but likely, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Woo. The crossbar, your best defender so far. St. Edwards continues to try and find anything, and they are left wanting and hungry for more.
Yeah, they are, and I mean, when you look at it from just this just looks like a new team.
You don't touch the ball.
Yeah, I mean, and Boise State's doing a fantastic job there defending very well, just like we saw last game, like you mentioned, when they were allowing 6 shots just about between each goal. But you also have them playing higher up. They're able to force more mistakes and capitalize on them a lot easier when they're a lot closer to the goal. And that was a creative play from Cosmobuster.
Really interesting carry, but in 1 to deny and put the timer to 0. Touch the ground ball, you want to. Wait. Boise State may have other ideas. It's going to be spiked down. The demolition will be there. St. Edwards may have an open goal here opportunity, but here's Baynock to turn it away. And there it goes, bouncing out. Boise State will tie the series up 1-1 against St. Edwards University. And I don't know if you saw this, but the night and day difference between accolades was insane. Guys, Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast talent. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. What a complete change of pace, change of script, change of mentality. What was the difference there? What's the difference maker?
I think getting that first goal was a big deal, but, you know, Baynock stepped up to the play. He got 2 goals across the line. I think that definitely changed the complexion of the game. It gave them confidence. It gave them their first lead of the series, and I think when you consider as well, then all of a sudden the goals just came in bunches, and they started to look a lot more confident. They got the ball deeper. They were holding on to the ball better, allowed them to set up that high press to force some turnovers and to punish mistakes that they were forcing out there, on the other team.
Yeah, and that being said, Boise State ties up the series. This is a best of 3, so whoever wins this next one gets to take this one, put it in the W column, and alternatively, the other team gets to put it in the stinky L column, the one that I'm too familiar with when it comes to solo queue. This game's hard. You have to have some sort of like astrophysicist degree.
Yeah.
If that's even something you can get, I don't know. I've never went to school. But you have to be able to calculate those things, and beyond the almost instantaneous communication, you have to be able to see, read, like you're 3 steps ahead, almost as if you were playing, one of those assisted billiards games where it tells you where the cue is going to go after you bounce off the side. They're seeing that the whole time. Those dotted lines are going crazy.
Exactly, but it was just a matter of Boise State winning a lot more 50-50s. They won a lot more of their challenges, and they were able to, link up a lot better when they were moving forward in the attack. I think that was something that I noticed was they passed quicker. They made quicker decisions, and they were actually involving more of their teammates together in their attacks rather than trying to play a deep ball, allowing them to kind of create everything. And that made a huge difference in their attack. They got a lot more shots on goal on it as a result, and they just need to continue that kind of play here in this winner-take-all Game 3.
I had used an adjective somewhat frivolously, but I meant it. The ferocity in which Boise State played that last round was intense, and if they continue to show even a fraction of that this time, it's going to be a pretty uphill battle for St. Edwards University to come back from. Boise State already on the blue side and not relenting. No clears on this side. Dino will have to go to the ceiling to try and clear it, but Boise State will be there waiting for them. Looking for an opportunity, but the backwards pass, it could be devastating. It is not. They actually managed to get Dino up in the air yet again to send this one away. Boise State looking for these shorter passes. Demolition here from Baynock could afford more opportunity for that, and the boost control, the boost score for the Boise State side is just almost full gauges the entire time.
As now they're going to look to take this one away, but Dino able to hold on to possession. Mala not able to get it as a huge block came down there, and the goal was open, but that's going to be a nice save there from Baynock, and now he's going to take it forward here, going into the offensive zone. Going to go be placed into the corner. Moistuna's going to play it in the air as Lions maybe thinking about a challenge here, and he's able to take it away. As now Cosmo Buster coming back across again from the center field line. Dropped again by Dino, as now it's Baynock again into the corner above the goal, and it's going to be taken out to safety by Moistuna.
Nice setup centering, but will be turned away. And something to note for those that may be considering, they're just bumping things out of the way. That's just, they're not gaining anything. You have to understand that both of these teams are trying to set up things later down the line, that getting into these passing lanes, bumping the ball even the slightest angle away is so much of a deterrent for the rest of the success for the play. Boise State struggling to find a first blood 2 minutes into the goal, or into this third do or die round. No score on the board yet. It means that both teams are really playing their hearts out.
Yeah, now Mala again trying to play it towards Moistuna again, and he'll guide it into the corner of Boise State, but Lions is there, but it's taken away from him on a good challenge, but again sent deep, and it's going to be 2-on-1 here. If they hurry, they'll take it away now. Here's Cosmo Buster towards the goal line, but it got away from him. Kept alive now, and it's going to be another demo coming out onto Boise State. And they're going to be a man short for just a second as Dino plays it above his own goal, being pressured by Cosmo Buster, who takes the ball away. Now Boise State's got a numbers advantage quickly. Nice setup here from Baynock. Lyons holds off a defender, but he's not able to get the shot away, and that's going back towards the Boise State goal, and Cosmo Buster will make the save.
A nice save. Cosmo Buster always trying to be the player that needs to flex the most. Defense, offense, setting up the plays on both sides of the map, and they're going to continue to do so. And a fantastic job at that. They might not have currently they have the most accolades, but they may not end the game with the most accolades. It does not matter. They are a linchpin and a catalyst for Boise State's success. Looks like the goal would be open, and St. Edwards finds a catalyst for their first goal in this do-or-die round. Boise State, 2 minutes to answer.
That's a very good passing play from St. Edwards. Just got right around the Boise State defense established at midfield and left an open goal to boot. And they find some offense here, which has not been the case for them in the last couple of minutes. They've really kind of stopped creating for the most part as another demo comes down in their own end. They got to chase the ball again. That's an open goal.
No. That was an open goal. Boise State now down 2-0, 1:44 on the clock. About 30, 45 seconds per goal, and it's going to see whether or not they can get this locked in. Cosmo Buster trying to set up something, but find himself going a little bit too fast and spiking it into the ceiling. The rest of the control and possession of the ball will be St. Edwards University as they go for a lob down the field. Cosmo Buster getting himself in position. Dino will turn this one away. Going back towards the midfield. No one will get it just yet. Malo will touch the ball. Go for a centering pass, and the waterfall will be theirs. Malo will find it with the assist. And St. Edwards finds themselves back in the driver's seat, 3-0. Boise State just over a minute to try and tie this thing up.
Yeah, they've really they've got to be able to settle in here, dig deep, and get some shots on that goal, on the other goal quickly here, St. Edwards, as they got to tighten up their rotations a little bit here to maybe stop the conceding some of these goals, to allow them to get a chance to try to go tie the game up. But they got to get one on the board here. They still got plenty of time if they're able to get one soon.
Interruption here from Dino. Baynock trying to find himself to the ball, but misses it. Almost gives up an opportunity for a fourth goal to be given over to St. Edwards. Lines up in the air, will go for a challenge, will be challenged themselves. Baynock looking for a centering pass. Will be caught by the defender. Tuna will find it. There goes Dino as well, putting themselves into the ball position. 30 seconds left with 3 goals left. Boise State's window is slowly closing, and that might have start to shut it completely. Boise State now down 4-0 with less than 30 seconds remaining.
And they're starting to resemble a lot of the issues that we kind of started to see in game one. Just a lot of the possession issues, getting out of their own end. But maybe they can come up with something here. Just move back across the center field line. And Lyon now got a turn here. He's got Baynock on his side. Can he get in the goal potentially? And that's a goal back.
Is an answer, 4-1, 9 seconds remain. It's a pretty tall order. It's going to be, I think, 50-50s across the board, and it's not looking that way so far. Dino going to continue to hold possession away. The kid during recess who didn't want to share the dodgeball, and it will be slammed into the ground, and St. Edwards will take the series 2-1. Luckily, in this format here in top 8, it is double elimination, so Boise State continues to play on. Regardless, guys, you want to see what went wrong in your game or in this game, make sure to score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. But Boise State suffering an early casualty in the weekend, but again, with a couple other matchups there in that top 8, they continue to fight on. Now in the losers bracket side of things, or the second chance bracket, as some places like to call it. What do you think they need to do in terms of adjustments going from this first series to series 2?
Well, I think that a big thing has to be I think they need to be a little bit more flexible and willing to kind of sell out for an attack. I think a goal has shown to be very big for the mentality of the group that that they've got. I think that they have shown that when they get one goal, they can rip off 5 or 6 in a row, and it's just getting to that point. And I think that we saw in game 1 and game 3, early on they created some, but when it didn't come, they started to really struggle with the ball, and they were kind of stuck in their own end. I think when they were able to get the ball, they need to commit to a quick counterattack, see if they can maybe get that shot towards the goal. Maybe it'll go in, but they've got to, I think, be more willing to kind of go for those kinds of goals. And I also think tightening up the rotations just a little bit.
Yeah, I completely agree. Kudos to St. Edward's University, who continues on in that first place bracket. Boise State will go down into the second chance bracket, but they're not done yet. That was just game 1 for tonight. We're going to go to game 2, but not after a quick break. I need to get some water in my system, and I'm sure you could do the same. Go get some water, hydrate, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Oh, you'll be like, hey, you need to chill out with this. Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena, here for Game 2 of some Collegiate Rocket League. Boise State continuing on their weekend spree with some CCA action. Again, this is their chance to get some of those crucial CRL qualifier points. Boise State in the top 8 did just suffer a loss to St. Edward's University. Going down into the second chance bracket means they still have a chance, and a fighting one at that. Again, my name is Jared Bertucasunioni, joined by Alton Sipin-Dills. And yeah, we talked about the game 1 not going so well, but game 2, fresh start, fresh mentality, going into it with a fresh mind, I think is the right way to approach it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new game, new opponent. There's going to be different ways that this game is going to be played out. You got to adjust to what your opponents are going to want to do, and obviously you were kind of shown to have some things to maybe look at changing as well going into this game, against Cal Poly.
Yeah, Cal Poly, a team that we have seen already have given Boise State, the blue roster, their first loss as well, or one of the losses there. But this is a bit of a revenge story, as the star-studded CBL, the commercial body license I like to call them, team likes to maybe shape this up and avenge their fallen comrades. But again, the keys for success may not be my own advice. It's going to be Doc's keys to the game. And in Rocket League, those are create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. I think these are a great set of keys. And of course, these are brought to you by Drop In Gaming. Drop In Gaming is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. Boise State really trying to keep things competitive. Of course, they do not want to go into possibly any of the other further matches down more than what they already are. They do want to tie up the day, as Cal Poly wants to maybe take this one away from Boise State and continue on with that higher bracket. We are jumping right into the action. Boise State on the forefront now, actually, on the aggressive side, as Cal Poly will be the first ones to retreat to their side of the goal. Cosmo Buster trying to find himself an angle, would be bumped mid-air and sent into the ceiling. Luckily, there is one there, or he would have went into the stratosphere. As Crush looks to try and find something, gets thwarted away and out-dribbled. Zen looking for anything as well. Doesn't look like they're really able to get anything just yet, as Monk is also looking for something, but Boise State keeping the ball on the blue side.
Yeah, they definitely are. Here comes Cosmo Buster looking for the combination play, and it's just off the crossbar there of Cal Poly, and a nice intercept by Baynock at center field will keep possession with Boise State. Now here's Cosmo Buster in the slot again, but it's just barely going to be blocked there. And now Baynock again follows up off the back wall. It's going to head over towards Cosmo Buster. Can he get turned around, though? That's the question, as he's bumped off the ball, actually. And Baynock and Lion will combine together in order to make sure that ball will get out towards safety. And a nice pass over the top, as Lions is almost able to put it in the back of the net.
Reverse centering pass, but Boise State will be turned away. Cosmo Buster keeping possession on this blue side, but only for a moment, as Zen looks to drive it home, and it's going to dangerously dangle in front of Boise State's net, only to barely be turned away. An open goal opportunity for Cosmo Buster, and he'll self-carry it in. First blood, Boise State.
Very well done there for Cosmo Buster. He sees he's got the space in behind. He's able to move it in effectively and then puts a nice, well-placed shot in there as well in order to give Boise State their first.
Oh, but an answer right back. Whew. Cal Poly finds the slice and dice here. And then evening of the score 1-1. And this is a much more aggressive and combative game than game one. Game two is all fire and flames.
Definitely was. There's another opportunity here for Baynock. So it's going to come back into the slot, popped up, and a bit of a miscommunication in the air there by Boise State. As now it's going to be cleared away here by Monku, and it's going to come back here to Baynock, who leaves it. Pops it short there from Cosmo Buster, and over the line it'll go. Zen able to beat out Lions, I believe that was on that occasion, as now it's a nice play from Cosmo Buster in the slot, who pops it high over the goal, cleared away, but not out of danger. Popped in the bottom corner.
Boise State playing those short angles and these lofty plays trying to be afforded by Cal Poly. They cannot cash those checks. An open goal, but Cosmo Buster finds himself barely there in time to turn that one away. Boise State barely holding on to this lead, looking to extend it as much as possible. Demolition can help with that. Cosmo Buster up in the air, will be challenged and met. Zen will turn this one away, and now it's Monk who looks for an opportunity. He's down on the backside of Boise State's field. Can he get the pass on over to him? As Zen's looking for something. Crouch on the back end. Will be passed down, but only into the welcoming wheels of Cosmo Buster. Misses the second touch. Up in the air will be popped. Baynock will find it as well. Zen looking for an opportunity now. Coming down from the ceiling. It's going to be huge. No, it gets interrupted from Boise State yet again, but back into the welcoming wheels now of Cal Poly. They do need to desperately start getting some action happening. There are 2 minutes on the clock. Yes, it is enough to get that first goal to tie things up. They want to take this away without going to go golden goal.
Yeah, they really do. Here comes Baynock driving it towards the goal. And a big save there from Cal Poly, as now Zen tries to win the ball back from Boise State in his own end, and he will do so. Can he drive the full length of the field? It gets past Cosmo Buster with possession of the ball. That's a dangerous setup, and Crush not able to put it in at that near post.
So dangerous.
And it's going to be pushed away here now by Boise State and Lions. One-on-one with the keeper, not able to beat Crush again. And Cal Poly will hold on, but hold on, Baynock maybe thought about the shot. Instead, we'll play it short here to Cosmo Buster.
The best thing about this game is it's like soccer, sure, but you don't see goalies just like throw themselves to the side of the field to block the ball. They need to stay in the net. In this game, not so much. Boise State trying to find the ball in the net. Maybe as simple as that on paper, but it's so difficult for them to get another point. The dangle, the dip, and the second touch could have been it, but it was completely red. Cal Poly still able to turn this one away.
And just too slow there on the finesse. Got to be quicker about that. It allowed the defense to react. As now Boise State going to try to hold on here with under 50 seconds to go in regulation time here in this first game. As Crush going to square up for a shot towards the goal, but too high off the shot. And the putback from Zen ties it up.
It's a bit of an unfortunate event. Boise State trying to get that full lob across the field. Did not get enough oomph behind it, and Cal Poly ties us up 2-2. 35 seconds on the clock means that each team has about maybe one huge play to try and get this lead in their favor. Zen going to be interrupted with her attempt. Baynock with the touch, going to be able to miss it. A side pass to the corner will be boosted out. Boise State's there, welcoming, waiting. Cosmo Buster in position for the defense. Baynock looking to be a little bit more combative. Lions looking for some angle to try and score as Crush will take that very important side boost, getting himself topped off at 100. Cosmo Buster doing what they can with the 62 that they have. Nice getting in the wings, but is it enough? It's not that full send, the one that cost them the goal just now. And we are going to overtime. Golden goal situation, folks. Whoever scores will take this first round and take it with a huge commanding presence.
Yeah, this has been a very end-to-end game. Can Boise State end it immediately?
There's not enough time for things to set up. Boise State will strike first blood not only in the round, but in the series as well against Cal Poly. And fantastic play. I mean, they were able to shape things up. They played a little bit more of that short, fast game. And at the end of the day, you know, you get a first round win. And that's really important, right?
Yeah, it definitely is important. Being able to start off here on the right foot, being able to start with a win, especially getting the first goal in the game as well, will do wonders for their confidence, especially considering we know Cal Poly is a good team. They answered. Yeah. They were able to force overtime in the end, but Boise State was just better in that first game. Yeah, speaking of talented players, getting this into the overtime goal, Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players. Production and broadcast talent, top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. And I really do like these kind of faster ways to play. You know, we always do consider the meme is, oh, we just played faster Rocket League, but there's a lot of truth to that. You kind of go for these long, lofty, sloth-like plays. Team's going to walk all over you. They're going to deny you all the boost management. They're going to have possession of the ball. The accolades will be in their favor. And as we've always seen, despite how good a team is, there's no perfect defense. And eventually the amount of pressure will chip it away. Exactly, and you know we saw it on a couple of the chances that they gave away to Cal Poly was on those long balls. They either didn't hit them hard enough, or they were turned over, immediately capitalized on by Cal Poly. Right. And that's just an easy opportunity that you can't be giving these teams. Right. And I think they did a good job denying most of them otherwise, but they ended up giving the tying goal that sent the game to overtime off of that mishit pass. And I think that's something that they've just got to remember. That's not going to be that's not how they've been getting their leads. It's not how they've been getting their goals, at least in terms of this tournament, because when we've seen them be successful, it's been playing short, quick, and get through the defense rather than trying to play them over the top. Yeah, you can't. It's a thing of the past to see, at least maybe depending on what level you play at, that teams are uncomfortable to get confrontational up in the air. It's all about getting in those passing lanes, trying to disrupt the plays, trying to stop any sort of these long, lofty build time to get your players and your teammates in position plays. It's all about the quickness now. Yeah, it really is, and I think that we've seen that on so many goals already here in these first two series, both in the last one and in this first game, where it was the quick passing that got quickly around the defense, forced numbers advantages for whichever team opted to do that, and it created a big opportunity for them as we're going to hop here into Game 2 between Boise State and Cal Poly. Cal Poly needs to answer in a big way, because if they do not get this one secured, it's going to be a 2-0 for Boise State, and this is the start of something beautiful for them. Seeing the orange side of the field is always a good sign for your Boise State opponents. Can they make something of it? Does not look like anything just yet, but Crush in the wings with Zen will find the angle, and they will find the score. First blood going to Cal Poly. Again, well worked. They were able to hold on possession of the ball, work it around the Boise State end, and eventually found an opening. Were able to put it in the back of the net, and Crush immediately looking for another one. Boise State definitely flat-footed so far in the opener minutes of Game 2. So they're finally able to clear it away. Are they going to be able to establish their press? As Zen pops it in the air, can Cosmo Buster leave it? Yes, he can for Lions. It's going to be sent across the field towards Crush. Popped up in the air. Boise State opts not to contest. In the air, in front of the crossbar. Needs to continue to kick it away. And great read from Baynock. Yes, he did have to use all the boost.
but you cannot let that ball hover in front of the net like that. I think that would have been assuredly asking for Cal Poly to get a second score.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right as well, as it's now going to be a nice setup from Monku, but going to be cleared away from Boise State. As Crush now keeping it alive, going into the corner potentially. Zen now pops it up in the air, looking to play it above the goal, leaving it on the goal line. Can Boise State clear it? Yes, they can. And now here comes Baynock on the counterattack. Gets around Crush with a beautiful move. And no one's there to finish across the goal line. But Boise State will keep the pressure on here for just a moment. Zen somehow controlling the ball there and able to dribble out to safety.
Yeah, uses a lot of boost to show off a bit. Baynock doing something of the same. If only a teammate was there, but they had just expended so much to defend that close goal right in front of their net. Net demolition across the way. Get things a little bit of a man advantage over to Cal Poly. Boise State bouncing. Lions trying to get a self-dribble. Goes pretty far down the goal. Goes for a shot, and Cosmo Buster will find an almost impossible angle. I don't know if anyone could have defended that.
Very impressive there from Cosmo Buster. Good angle as well, choosing to go high and towards the middle. It got knocked in by the defender, but it was going in regardless. As now Baynock looking to keep the pressure up here for Boise State. He's going to play it over to Cosmo Buster, who plays it off that back wall. Lions opts to back away. Baynock going to knock it forward, maybe recenter it for Lions, as it's going to get knocked behind Cosmo Buster, who will have to play it along the back wall there above Boise State's goal. Taken away from him, though, in a dangerous position. Monku looking to go for it, and a big knock away for the moment by Lions. Big save from Baynock on the goal line, but Boise State not out of danger just yet, and Crush will pop it in, and we are tied.
Builds yet again, and it cracks every defensive armor possible. Cal Poly goes up yet again with the 1-point lead, 2-1. But Boise State with 2 minutes to try and find the equalizer. Nice dribble pass. As you mentioned, trying to find your way around the defenders is a key goal for Boise State to try and be more proactive in this series. Baynock up in the air will be forcing a challenge out of Cal Poly. Cosmo Buster will find one as well, goes for the tire touch. The low momentum, not powerful boost. Trying to get their assist on the goal. Lines up in the air. Misses the ball just a bit. Cosmo Buster cannot afford to do the same. Since the sole defender right now will be demoed out. Boise State needs to send reinforcements and send them fast across the goal. Will be the ball sent, and as unfortunately the zealousness from Cal Poly, I think, cost them a goal there. Going too full, too fast, too furious there. Denied them the opportunity to go for a shot.
Yeah, I think you might be right, as it's another big clearance here from Monku. And now Boise State still looking for another goal. Potentially that's dangerous at the near post, but it's going to bounce high above instead. Zen going to try to control it for his team. Instead, though, it's going to bounce away from him. Lions deep in the air. Going to go deep with that one off the back wall. Falls to Cosmo Buster, to Baynock. Looking again on the combination play for Lions, and instead it's going to be cleared away. That could be dangerous on Boise State's goal. End-to-end action opening up.
Okay. Despite what you may say, another shot across the world it goes, and Lions will tie things up 2-2. But I got to admit, that demolition was an excellent read from Cal Poly. That could have been disastrous for Boise State.
Definitely could, but it drug them out of position to make it happen, and it opened up an opportunity for Boise State to tie that one up. As now they're keeping the pressure alive. Good hit on it from Baynock, will intercept the pass. Lions gonna leave it there for Cosmic Buster. Can he find an opportunity though? And Lions gonna come back across the goal here. No one's there to put it in though, and it's gonna come back towards Boise State's half of the field.
Nice bump out of the way. Puts Baynock in a backwards slant. The jaunt from them in the corner side boost. Gonna be exactly what they need. They barely almost don't turn that one away. Boise State looking for an opportunity. A nice save here from Crush. He flies on in. Monku looking for something. Crush looking for an opportunity for a setup. Boise State still maintaining a bit of control of this ball so far. 5 seconds remain, and this could be another golden goal opportunity. A shot on goal from across the map. It's a 0 time at the moment this ball touches the ground. Could be the end of this for either team, but it looks like it's going to touch the ground, and they are going to that golden goals opportunity yet again. Now this time, can Boise State do the big 1-2 punch instantaneously? We'll have to see. Lines up in the air, same position as last time. Just for a dribble shot, not going to be able to find anything just yet. A nice response from them, though, could be huge. Monkey trying to stop the momentum, trying to carry the ball more into a center position. Cosmo Buster looking for an open opportunity. Finds a shot, will boop away, but no, the defense is here. And Boise State now needs to sprint to their own defense. Cal Poly could not find the aggressive angle, and they don't actually get to capitalize on the three-man commit.
Wow, I can't believe that Boise State didn't put that in, but they're going to look for another one from Baynock on the individual effort there, and it's going to be Lions controlling it there for Cosmo, but he's not able to find anything. There
Goodness.
it is from Baynock on the rebound.
That was a pretty good play. Some would say baited. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit of a calculatory play, but Boise State manages to get this one in control and under their belt. Guys, did you know that the Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State Esports? Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. For more than 10 jobs, offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. In Boise State, that was a 2-0. Which they tie up so far. The weekend score 1-1. Yes, their first casualty against St. Edward's University didn't go their way, but they went to a game 3. This time getting to a 2-0 against Cal Poly. That's got to feel good for them.
Yeah, it definitely has to feel good for them, and I think especially when you consider that Cal Poly was a very good team. I mean, they knocked out the other Boise State team as well, and they came in and they took care of business. They definitely showed improvement. They looked a lot, more calm, I would say, and confident in the offensive end, even when they weren't finding the goals. I mean, there were times where it was not looking good for them, but they were able to steady the ship, get the boat going in the right direction yet, and they were able to find an opportunity to look to tie the game up, take the lead, what have it, you be in the situation, and they even handled their business in overtime. Overtime can usually be a wild card how it can go, and they were able to deal with that fairly easily.
Yeah, Boise State really giving the keys to success there by Doc, a real test for their money, and hitting those check boxes, each one individually, ended up getting them the 2-0. But the real question is, can Boise State continue this advancement, get themselves on the winning end of the weekend, or will they find themselves wanting more and looking at those VOD reviews in desperation for learning? We'll have to see. That's game 2 for us, but we do have some more Rocket League. Stay tuned for game 3.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Oh, one of them's supposed to be on. welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena for our coverage of Collegiate Rocket League. Boise State tying up the weekend there on their performance there with the CCA 1-1 so far, trying to get those crucial CRL qualifier points. And now it's up to maybe their biggest challenge yet. My name's Jared Barrett-Turcasiglione, joined by Alton, Siphon, Dills. Got some interesting statistics for this next matchup. It's going to be Boise State versus Missouri Science and Technology. We have historically gone 0-3 with them. So 0-3, not won a game. We've actually only taken one game out of the entire set of series from those 0-3 matches. So maybe last match was a little bit of redemption arc for the Boise State Blue team against Cal Poly. This time a little bit of progress showing from this roster and seeing whether or not they can maybe get a W against this team. I don't know. Missouri S&T is looking pretty strong.
Yeah, and you know, history obviously is going to err to the side of Missouri S&T because you know, Boise State historically has definitely struggled against them. You know, but this is a very good team. I mean, they've made it very far so far in this tournament.
Top 8.
You know, and you know, this has been a great run for Boise State. You know, and they've shown progress. They've improved, you know, each series, and I definitely think that if they're able to kind of continue to put the pieces together, adapt properly, they definitely should have a solid shot at taking down Missouri S&T.
It's going to be taking all the marbles and then some, but I think that there's plenty there left. Boise State really accruing those marbles over time, and as you mentioned, it definitely goes to show that these teams at this top 8 stage of this tournament are packing punches.
Yeah, they definitely are. I mean, these are some very, very good teams to have made it this far into the tournament, like you mentioned. And, you know, Missouri S&T, no exception. This is going to be a really tough match for Boise State. They are going to need to pull out all the stops.
No stops. You can break every once in a while, handbrake or otherwise, but other than that, there's not much stopping here. And it kind of really depends on whether or not Boise State has isolated the issues that they've had from the previous 2 series and whether or not they can make adjustments or minimize those interactivities to almost non-existence, because if they don't, Missouri S&T is going to find them and capitalize on it. Yeah,
they definitely are, and I think the biggest issue that stems from Boise State, you know, that has a big issue that they still need to kind of address, and is just the problem lies when they don't have the ball. When they don't have the ball and they get stuck in a perpetual field position game, that is when they start to struggle. They struggle holding on to the ball because they feel like they need to match the field position game, and as a result, they struggle to hold on to the ball, get it out cleanly, and then look to set up offensive opportunities. As a result, the other team kind of can move more forward and more forward and more forward. They're able to recycle it a lot higher up the field, and so as a result, more shots are coming down, which means more chances against, more goals inevitably.
Yeah, and as we mentioned, pressure. Diamonds are often created with pressure, but in Rocket League, the more pressure you suffer, the more you're having to make those kind of clutch saves, the less likely they're going to happen again. And we do jump into this final weekend matchup between Boise State and Missouri S&T, and it is looking spicy already. Boise State on the back foot for possession. Missouri is looking to go eager and right into the goal.
And now it's going to go above the goal. It could have been dangerous as Frostbite trying to continue to win back possession, but that's going to be a favorable ball for Boise State as Cosmo Buster able to fall back on that pass there. Now it's going to be moved across the field here. Can Lions get there? Yes, he can. Looking for Cosmo Buster across the field. Lions going to keep possession of the ball above the goal now. Going to be knocked towards the corner. Demolition comes down here for Boise State as they're able to play with a numbers advantage, but they're going to drop back after losing possession of the ball as Frostbite's going to guide it in.
Frostbite not only with the solo out dribble, but also with the bump as well. The ball is dangerously in front of the net, but it will be barely tipped away. Lions trying to go for the lobs, trying to get this sent as far as possible. They'll go for a self-carry, but will be interrupted. It's going to be a tough call. Boise State again on that back foot. The pressure is building, but will it be insurmountable? Bernie looking for something. Does not find it. Frostbite going forward. Going to get met up in the air with the challenge. Boise State holding on to this possession tentatively. Will be forked over time. Bernie looking for an angled shot. Does not find what they want, but a shot on goal regardless. A demolition to boot. And there goes a shot on goal and a successful goal. Missouri S&T will strike first blood this round.
Looks like it just kind of squeaked through those 2 defenders in the air there on the shot. Not not quite a goal that was in. What you want to see there as Baynock guides the ball in.
That may have looked sloppy, but I think Baynock did like the ultra giga brain move and just like floundered after going for a shot and bumped out the defender from the path. And it's going to be a tied 1-1 series. Boise State looking to maybe take another round away from this Missouri S&T team, and wouldn't it be nice for them to do so when they've struggled so far in the past? Frostbite trying to freeze out their chances here and stop them cold in their tracks. That was a broken Rule 1, ladies and gentlemen, and I will not accept it. That goal does count, though, as Missouri S&T will get 2-1 up on this round.
Now, Missouri S&T are going to retake the lead there, and it's probably off of the pun you just made there, I'm going to be honest, as Cosmo Buster going to come back across here towards the center field line in the air, and it's going to come back in for Frostbite. Going to look to hold it up for just a moment, but Lyons with the intercept, and he goes off the post, and instead Cosmo Buster going to go back to play defense as it's going to come off the back wall. Open goal, Missouri S&T capitalize instantly.
Boise State, the angle was just a little bit too sharp from Lyons, forcing Cosmo Buster to go full sprint. He misses the defense, cannot get in the way of the ball, and then just a drive home, just like that one could have been huge. Boise State, with it being 3-1, Missouri S&T looking to try and isolate Boise State and keep them on their side of the field.
Now Cosmo Buster going to look to pressure in here, as Baynock wins the ball back, forces Frostbite to recycle it again. Nice job there again from Baynock, winning the ball back. Cosmo Buster this time frees the ball, looking for Baynock, back post! And Boise State pulls one back.
Baynock may be Batman, but in this instance, Cosmo Buster is the Robin in this situation. And now 2-3, Boise State so close to tying up the series. Missouri S&T, though, still in the lead. They're looking to maybe extend this a little bit further. Time going back towards a more defensive posture, up in the air. Doesn't have a lot of boost to work with. Bernie will get some as well on the corner side, right into Frostbite's arms. Up in the air again, Boise State trying to set up something, keeping the pressure on this Missouri S&T team. Unrelenting will be the pressure from Boise State until it gets sent away. Kick back here in just a moment. Cosmo Buster going to go for the touch. Bougnette up in the air. A nice angle. Dangling in front of the net, and it does actually get secured. Frostbite finding another cool, calm and collected goal, going up 4-2.
And Missouri S&T retake the lead, but hold on just a moment. Boise State not able to take advantage on that occasion. So they had an opportunity to immediately make it a one-score game again, but they still got plenty of time here. But Bernie going to fire another shot in towards the goal here, going to come back out towards the corner. Nice deep clearance here from Lyons as he tries to play it off the back wall. But an important clearance there from Missouri S&T as they're able to cleanly get it out of the back, and another shot towards the goal, not cleared properly, but a poor aerial hit from Time.
Time not finding the way to get in the position. Bernie looking for something as well. Boise State reading this, getting in their own passing lanes, maybe a little bit less combative than we'd like to see. No demolition being forced. Boise State bounces it off their own sidebar right in front of their net, but don't get immediately punished. It will go back into Bernie's wheels. Time going up in the air and going to get another full send into Frostbite. A rotation here from Bernie could be huge. Cosmo Buster trying to get this sent away. Misses the second touch here, and these minuscule mistakes from Boise State, if maybe turned and corrected, they could have had a tied series. A shot on goal, but Bernie will send this one finally away, and Boise State has no defenders here. A demolition will stop most of the advancement, but is it enough? Cosmo Buster will find themselves barely in time, in position for the defense, and only 15 seconds remain. Boise State needs to score 2.
Yeah, and they've got to find 2 goals here and fairly quickly, and they are running out of time in order to make that happen. Frostbite going to drive forward towards the goal, cleared away though from Boise State, but they are going to run out of time as that will be it as soon as the ball hits the ground. Lions going to maybe look to add the consolation. Instead, it hits the ground inside of the box.
And Missouri S&T really continuing to strike true. Boise State still struggling against them, but it's only a matter of time. Just got to figure some stuff out. I think everything will be fine. Regardless, guys, Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State Esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With more than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 sign-on bonus and a degree of your choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuardGaming. And we did see some of these kind of things Boise State's been working on feverishly kind of rear their ugly head with a little bit of emphasis on maybe some nerves. This is a team that they've struggled with in the past, maybe just feeling themselves in the series. A lot of mini misplays that are very uncharacteristic for this Boise State roster. I think if they clean up those things and continue to work on the ones that we've already talked about, this could be a real good series.
Yeah, definitely, it could. And they played this very close. I mean, the score I felt like was a little deceiving towards the end because it really was a one-goal game for a large chunk of it, and it was a very close two-goal game for a large chunk of it as well. I mean, it was end-to-end. Boise State did not go away. They continued to try to counterpunch. They just weren't able to land any of those, enough of them anyway, to at least look to tie the game to send it to overtime. And I think, it's like we've mentioned, if they're able to kind of get those attacks off more quickly, and they adapted as the game went on. They started a little bit slow. They were on the back foot, and then they slowly grew into the game. We saw them get better attacks off, more shots on goal, and they were not struggling without the ball nearly as much. So I think they can just got to start that way and maintain it over the full 5 minutes. And we could see a very, very competitive game.
And we are into game 2. Boise State does need to get this one under their belt to continue this best of 3. And that was so close to being a perfect way to start it. Unfortunately, Missouri S&T's just too good a defense in that open goal. Get themselves barely in position. Cosmos, again, the savior, the angel, definitely earning those crucial halos of accolades. Boise State looks for something going up in the air. Will be Lions. Does not win the 1v1. Cosmo Buster looking for their own. Lions will find the angle. It was defensible, but barely, and only for a moment, as Baynock will be the final punctuation. Boise State now striking first blood this game 2.
Team effort on that one, as it involved all 3 members to finish it off there. But the assist is going to go to Lions there after his shot went off the defender and both posts, I believe. As it's now going to be Frostbite going to drive this one in the air, but he loses out on the aerial as the ball leaves him. And now Cosmo Buster going to try to possess this one deep. Taken away again by Missouri S&T. Coming in on another shot from Frostbite off the top. Time has his shot blocked. That was a big save there from Cosmo Buster. And now it's going to come back again towards the goal. Demos galore here. And it's going to be cleared away by Lions.
Barely, and then Frostbite will find it in angle. Up in the air, this aerial combat is just going to continue to prove the real catalyst for success. Whoever continues to get up in the grill, no pun intended, of their opponents continues to have that forward pressure and also continues to be the proactive team. Baynock looking up in the air, trying to get this full clear, but Frostbite wants to go for a nice sneaky angle. I think he put some English on that one.
And it's going to be another ball here having to be dealt with here by Cosmo Buster. It's going to be cleared back in by Frostbite. Lions awaits it, tries to guide it out, but instead Bernie will try to keep this one alive here for Missouri S&T to be cleared away by Boise State. And now here they come. Cosmo Buster with a shot off the crossbar, and Frostbite will guide it out to safety. As now it's going to be guided back in again by Cosmo Buster. Intercepted one more time. The high pressure coming out from Boise State. Missouri S&T going to look for a shot and far post. Bernie sneaks it in.
Bernie with the angle there. That was deceitful. Didn't look like that was going to go anywhere near a goal, but ended to sneak it in, as he said. Boise State now tied 1-1 in this do-or-die round. Frostbite looking for the centering pass and the slam home. This time I do believe it's going to be Bernie getting the score of their own. And now Boise State now behind 1 point. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. They can answer this equalizer. Plenty of time to spare. But whether or not Missouri S&T gives them the opportunity is going to be a different question. I think the answer is going to be no.
Yeah, back-to-back goals from Bernie have put Missouri S&T in a very good position here with 2:15 to go in regulation time of game 2. This Frostbite's going to play it around the back wall here. Frostbite going to send it across, and he's able to get it into the Boise State zone with help there from Time. And now Bernie playing it back to Time, going up in the air, looking for the aerial, and nearly kind of got in there on a very odd angle. And then a demolition coming out here from Time. Intercept from Frostbite at the center field line, looking to put this one in as well. Bernie just not able to find the end of that cross. Boise State looking a little bit frantic at the back.
Again, the pressure's building, and Boise State needs to break this continued pressure. That's going to be a nice reprieve from them. They're going to go for an aggressive front on their own. That crossbar there, but the pass was the whole goal. Anyway, no pun intended, as Lions will get this, and that is the equalizer. 1 minute and 33 seconds in this do or die for Boise State, and they cling themselves to life.
Yeah, it was huge for Boise State as they're able, on their immediate next attack, able to tie it up there. Good stuff there from Lions, awaiting at that far post, able to just tap in the rebound. And now Boise State, can they look to take the lead here again? Is this going to go off the back wall? That's a nice opportunity, and Cosmo Buster makes no mistake.
Cosmo Buster, I don't know how, at least once per day when we stream this player, he finds these impossible, I don't even know where he came from, but he finds it. Boise State is living by the skin of their hooves, Broncos of course, and barely clinching themselves to a 1-point lead. 54 seconds is plenty of time, but they are going to need to put up such a great defense, or maybe a better offense. Who knows? Dangerously dangling the ball in front of the net's not going to be a good start, though, as Missouri S&T looks to tie this one back up. A nice lob will be met. Bernie barely getting himself in a position to turn that one away. Gets himself the full boost, but will be met with Cosmo Buster up in the air. The centering pass will surely be met next. As Time will get intervention here. Lions get their way into the ball, find themselves in the corner. A nice reset, 20 seconds on the board. Boise State trying to keep the ball on this side of the field, but more importantly, trying to keep the ball away from Missouri S&T.
Oh, they're going to look to create a shot potentially here, but instead it's going to be cleared away by Missouri S&T.
Oh my God, these tiny touches are so disruptive.
Yeah, they are, as now they're going to have one last attack maybe here as Bernie finally gets it deep above the goal.
Goodness.
It's there, and they are robbed.
But it touched the ground before it touched the goal. Boise State will tie up the series 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another little secret. That's a round.
Yeah, it is.
We got a series here. Boise State's continuing to fight, stay alive against a team that they've struggled with so far in the past, but does not matter. I love this game sometimes.
Time robbed by his namesake.
Boom. Guys, we don't know maybe exactly what's happening on the other side of things, but if you want to score pro advice at esportspower.com, I encourage you to do so. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. Boise State as well as Missouri S&T are feeling it. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Now, things went well for Boise State. What do they need to continue to do to try and be a fighting force against this Missouri S&T team?
Well, I mean, I think we saw it. They just got to start getting those attacks back off, and we're not even going to get an opportunity to discuss it. But we really don't have much to discuss. It's, you know, a lot of the same points we keep mentioning. Get out quick on the attack with numbers and make them pay. As we are underway here in game number 3, this all pivotal match between these two teams. Can Boise State get their first series win on the board here against Missouri S&T? And here's an opportunity early on as Lions is denied on the goal line.
Not on the goal line, but that aggression, again, if they continue to build that pressure, it will eventually melt this armor. Despite how impenetrable it may seem from Missouri S&T, they are mortal. Not just yet, though. They want to score maybe the first blood up in the round. Cosmo Buster continuing to get this. Nice 1v1. Barely misses out on the angle, but the assist is there. Bernie will find himself in a great position to turn that one away. And a shot on goal from across the map. Bernie will capitalize. Boise State trying to go for a triple commit. No one was getting in the way to touch it.
Yeah, you can't have those rotation, errors here at this kind of a level, and Missouri S&T able to make them pay on that occasion. And again, another opportunity. Time puts it in.
Time finding a great fourth position to strike, and not even a minute's gone by. Missouri S&T will go 2-0 up in this do or die for either team situation. Boise State has plenty of time to answer, but can they stop this assault from Missouri S&T? Demolition can help remove the player from the field, means that they can't beat you up on the cars. They are continuing to mount this pressure, and it's continuing to build. Boise State continuing to be on their own orange side and will break it away. Finally, a shot on goal over the crossbar into the corner. Will be met by Frostbite. A 1v1. He will meet the dribble. But for much to their chagrin, Lions was exactly where they needed to be. And Boise State will remove that goose egg and replace it with a 1.
That was a great shot there, ricocheting in off the post. I mean, just phenomenal placement on that shot from Lions. And now looking for Baynock. Going to come back here to Lions. And again, looking for Baynock. Going back one more time for Cosmo Buster. And the team play is immaculate. And Boise State ties it up.
I think a little bit of a, in tactical shooters, you have smoke grenades and stuff to distract the enemy team. Boise State using the demolition to their success was able to distract it. Boise State now tying things up 2-2. But they still have a lot of ground to both fend off and a lot of ground to work with. 3 minutes on the clock. And both teams are fighting with ferocity to stay alive. Time to look for a shot on goal, but this time we'll find it. A bump on the defender. We'll sink that one home, and Missouri S&T will find another answer back and another point lead. Boise State needs to answer with this one with quickness. They want to continue to combat. A nice lob will be met with a failed defense from Boise State, but it won't be punished just yet. Time looking for anything, but it will be turned away as Baynock gets himself in prime position to defend the ball. Across the crossbar will be the ball's trajectory, but they don't have any room to full clear, and every time they go for it, it just completely gets whipped away. Lions going for the spike right into the welcoming wheels of Bernie. A shot on goal will be missing, and the angle is just not severe enough. Baynock looking for a centering pass. No one's there to answer. Just a distraction play, whatever the case may be. Cosmo Buster looking for the second touch. Will be met by nice defense here from Missouri S&T.
Yeah, it's going to come back here into the Boise State end. Frostbite looking at an open goal. He doesn't hit it hard enough. Boise State can count themselves lucky on that occasion, and now Cosmo Buster going to try to get to this ball first. He's able to. Bernie will guide it out towards center. Baynock going to get demolished here, and I think that's 2 members of Boise State who have to wait for just a second to come back up. Time with a good setup there, back to Frostbite, but it's going to fall back to Bernie again in the corner here, who tries to win the ball back. Boise State going to send it deep. Are they going to be able to capitalize?
You have 1 minute and 37 seconds to do so, but they do need to get a goal without giving one up, and it seems to be something of a struggle for them this round. Missouri has to get 3 points on the board. Can they get the score? Baynock going for the tap, but it will be turned away. Lions looking for another assist, but continues to be well defended. Cosmo Buster even throwing his hat in the ring, but the rotations need to be on point. A nice dribble, nice second touch, but no one to make anything of it. Possession will go back in favor of Missouri S&T. Boise State sent scurrying back to their goal. Frostbite just looking for anything. And now just a minute remains on the clock, 60 seconds. Lion, can you do it? He will not win the 1v1, but the pressure is there. Boise State going to go for the pass to set up play, but a double commit, and now they need to again retreat back to their own goal. 50 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, now they still have an opportunity here. They've got plenty of time here. They just got to be able to get that one goal if they're able to. They get the demo down, though. They're playing a man up right now for just a moment here, and they'll get possession of the ball here in midfield. Going to try to get some link-up play going, but not quite able. Going to find it. That's dangerous.
Oh, my goodness.
Sublime from Frostbite.
Frostbite just continues to wait patiently, doesn't really go for a lot of these overexertions. Boise State really forcing the envelope here and not really gaining a lot of ground doing so, as Boise State barely turns this one away into the sidebar, keeping this series as close as possible, 4-2 with 15 seconds. We've seen Boise State score within a matter of 2. Can they do so with 10 seconds remaining on the board? Going to be a tall one to answer. Time looking to stall this out. Boise State's time is not of the essence of success. Just 1 second remain. This ball will touch the ground, and Boise State will give over. A nice play. Time finding yet another angle, as the 5-2 will be the final punctuation on the series. Boise State will give that one over to Missouri S&T, but well fought from them. Again, taking another game off. There's that. It's Boise State going to a A best of 3 going to game 3 there is a huge sign of success, and as we mentioned, progress. But regardless, Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast talent. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. So well-fought series there from the boys in the blue and orange for the weekend, ending 1-2, but at the end of the day, continuing to show that there is progress and it is measurable statistically. The math is there. There's no denying it.
Exactly, and like you said, the math is there. I mean, they were competitive all the way up there in that first game. They were able to strike back in game 2, take another game off of them as well, and then they just had to fight. They fought all the way until the end there in that final game, and that was, I think that's measurable progress. I mean, this is a team that's really had Boise State's number for a long, long time, and like you mentioned before we got started with this series, it was 1 win only for the Boise State side here in this against this team, and they were able to take 1 game off and be very competitive in all 3. And honestly, if a couple things go their way, they may be able to actually walk away as the winners of this series.
Right, and that's kind of the way it is. Boise State always making huge strides to progress, adapt, overcome, outlearn. There's a whole slogan for it. You'll have to come check it out. It's awesome. But that being said, Boise State going 1-2 on the weekend. But you think that we're done? No. We even have some Rocket League tonight. Boise State will continue their kind of aggression towards the NECC after this break. Stay tuned.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
I'm fat. I can't call you fat. Welcome back to the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena for our continued coverage of some fantastic collegiate Rocket League. Boise State now switching gears to tonight's option and weekly matchup for the NECC. Boise State going to be taking on the Montana Grizz, the Broncos versus Grizzly Bears. Don't know if that matchup's going to be too successful in nature, but Boise State wants to make this matchup successful for them. And again, I'm Jared Barreto Castiglione, your host, joined by, of course, the fantastic Alton Siphon-Dills. And with this being said, we're going to be doing a little bit of switching gears. Of course, with it being the NECC, the rules are a little bit different as opposed to the best of 3. Are we switching things over to a best of 5? Does that change anything in terms of the game of Rocket League?
I don't think I mean, I think the game, the way it'll start off will be about the same. I think the differences start to come in after, I think after game 2. I think both, for a large chunk of the matches, I feel like after game 2 is when the adjustments really start to come through, because there's more time for those to come through. Obviously, one game, it's really hard to make concrete changes when you think, when a lot of the time it could have just been it just happenstance for how you lost, if a game went a particular direction, and if you needed to change something, well, you might wait till after game 2 to get confirmation on whether or not you needed to actually change something or not. And I think that's what makes the best of 5 so interesting, because you can have a team that starts 2-0 that suddenly just looks like they have no business taking those first 2 games and losing the next 3, or that kind of thing, just because of the adjustments throughout a series.
Maybe not so simply or quickly said, but my advice would be adaptability, adaptability, adaptability. That's the name of the game in the best of 5 series, because, you get a quick 2-0, that could get you a W in a best of 3, but if the team is offered an opportunity to change, adapt, and overcome, maybe a different story completely.
Exactly, and that's definitely going to be something that they're going to be needing to be. The Broncos are going to need to be in this particular instance, and they'll have their hands full with a good team. But we've seen they've become they've really become a very good team. They've got a lot of tricks up their sleeve, obviously, and they just got to remember to like you mentioned, improvise, adapt, and overcome.
Yeah, improvisation is also a nice note for this game in particular, because as we've seen, as we've mentioned, things can change at any moment. A play, a pass, whatever the case may be, can be completely turned on its head. But beyond that, there are docs keys of the game. Of course, in Rocket League are create mistakes, punish the overcommit, don't overstay, and bump and demo to disrupt. And gotta say, those are pretty solid keys of the game. And of course, they're brought to you by Drop In Gaming, which is the premier online platform for gamers who seek competition. Play your favorite games to win cash and prizes through free and paid entry matches and tournaments. Whether you're new to the scene or a seasoned veteran, Drop In Gaming has the right games and competition for you. To begin your competitive gaming journey, sign up at dropingaming.com. See ya. That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna leave the desk right now. I'm gonna go do that. See where I rank up. I probably win like $5 or something.
There you go.
That's like a burger.
Yeah.
I'm okay with. I can afford myself a burger with my gaming prowess or lack thereof.
Exactly. I mean, you can get yourself a pretty good burger at that.
Hey, let's go get some burgers after this, I think. Boise State trying to grill something up in terms of W's as well, continuing their maybe trepidatious success there this past weekend. But with that being said, lessons learned, VODs reviewed. This is my favorite time, is after a Boise State defeat, how strong they come into this the next time we see a matchup. And I got to feel kind of scared for the Grizz over there as we get right into game 1.
Yeah, we do. As now it's going to be Boise State in the blue side here for the first time, today
Ever.
anyway. As Lions is going to try to go for the shot here. Popped up in the air by Baynock and cleared away off the goal line by Erku, excuse me. And now it's going to come back towards that back wall again one more time. Cleared away up in the air. Can Boise State put this in? Baynock going to try to put this one in, and he's also going to be denied. And finally, Hikru able to get it away.
Cosmo Buster again being a great defender for Boise State, but also pushing themselves forward to be the one setting up the plays for the rest of the team. Will be turned away. Lions going to get themselves up in the air, disrupt the passing play towards the center of the field. It will be met by Eggs and Hikru looking for an opportunity. Cosmo Buster finds an angle and beats 2 defenders. Baynock trying to continue that success, and the ball is now on the orange side of the field. Boise State looking for something. And a nice send and a demolition there from Oki Finn will be huge.
Yeah, definitely will. Now coming back again off that back wall from Oki Finn. There's the shot. Big save there from Baynock on A's. As that's going to come back here towards that back wall. Cleared away by Cosmo Buster. And now it's going to come back out towards that center field line again. Hikru going to try to clear this away. But instead there's the shot from Lions. Big save from A's again. And now again Cosmo Buster going to try to get this in front here for Baynock. But it's going to be cleared away. Lions going to try to play this one down into the corner. Demolition comes down onto Oki Finn, so it is a man advantage momentarily for Boise State, and they still nearly conceded a goal, but they deal with it and get it out.
I don't know how they got that save, but regardless, I'm not complaining. Boise State continuing to keep things even at 0-0 apiece. They want to change that sometime soon. Lions up in the air will be thwarted away. No boost to come back down. Cosmo Buster missing a dribble here. Leaving it up to just Baynock to stop the play, but there it goes. Eventually, Oki Finn will find success and strike true. First blood going over to Oki Finn and the crew there.
Yeah, again, Cosmo Buster just missing on the challenge. He misread what Oki Finn was going to do there, and Boise State concedes first here against Montana, but they've been, in my opinion, they've had a lot more of the ball. They've definitely created a lot, so it's only a matter of time, I feel, before Boise State looks to get themselves on the board yet again.
Yeah, law of percentages. It's impossible for them statistically not to score if they try to. Well, maybe not. You've never seen me play ranked before, I guess. Oki Finn up in the air. Continue to be a nice highlight player for the side of Montana. Boise State looking to fight them in the air as well, as if these cars had wings. Cosmo Buster in great position, as we see, waiting, lurking in the wings. Does miss another challenge. And I think also Lions missed that 1v1 as well, forcing a full scramble for the Boise State roster. And they barely get it saved. Haiku will find a demolition, but not after a score attempt was given over by Montana. Now, Oki Finn finding possession of the ball. Yet again, goes into the corner, finding it over to A's. The 1v1 continues to be missed as Boise State struggles to find themselves in these anticipatory positions. These reads, it's like they're reading a different book right now.
Yeah, I mean, they got to get to the right chapter, too. That's going to be a big...
Oh, my gosh! Skip to chapter 3 where Lions scores and evens it up. I like this chapter a lot.
Yeah, I do, too, and they get a nice shot here. I mean, just splitting the defense, caught out Montana as they were rotating and getting out to that boost after they had been pinned in their own end for just a little bit. Boise State now ties it up at 1:35 to go here in regulation, and Boise State tends to score more than just one at a time when they find their goals.
Oh my goodness, they barely save it away!
Oh my!
The redemption arc being that weird silhouette that had the whole ball encompassed but didn't count regardless. Boise State gets robbed of another score here, but they're not done. Lions in the wings, up in the air, trying to find the aggressive front. Cosmo Buster has plenty of boost to work with. What are they going to do with it? A nice flip reset. We passed up to Baynock, almost like bump set and spike from volleyball, but not much ventured, not much gained there. A nice shot on goal. Haiku will go a little bit wide, trying to follow up their own sideways pass, but it will be met by Boise State's defense, as A's will find possession of the ball in the corner, only for a moment. Cosmo Buster as well as Lions go for the challenge. Is it enough off the crossbar? Can they dangerously save their own score? And they do. It gets turned away. Baynock with the save. And almost a full clear. Boise State now sent scurrying on the offensive side of things. 30 seconds remain, 1-1.
Wow, Boise State able to hold the game where it is for just a moment here, but are they going to be able to survive another attack in from He Crew? And they are able to for the most part there. Is Cosmo going to be able to clear that one away? Now he's going in on the right-hand side here, but He Crew going to have that one cleared away. But Boise State has an opportunity. Demo is down. It's a man advantage, and they're not able to capitalize on it just yet. But it's going to be set against the back wall. 2 seconds, one on the ground.
Golden goal opportunity.
Overtime.
Now we take a look at these accolades for a moment before things get spicy. Can Boise State just get it like that? They cannot be allowed to do so. It's pretty even for proactivity on both sides of this team, and that's why it scores only 1-1. These two teams really duking it out, punch for punch, blow for blow. Lions up in the air, uses all boost, all resources to tap it away from the center of the goal. Will that be a line play? Oki Finn gets turned away. Now going for a second attempt. Haiku up in the air will be found out, read like a book. They're on the right chapter now. Boise State's got the spectacles on and everything, but is it enough? The accelerated reader's course from Montana could be too powerful for them. Lions looks up, goes up in the air, misses another 1v1 challenge. Baynock will collapse and collaborate. Find themselves an opportunity to make up for that misplay on Lions side. Cosmo Buster again, so malleable, so flexible. The catalyst for success gets a nice possession across the bar. No one there to slam it home just yet, but he's back up in the wings trying it again. A's will find possession. Line will miss yet another 1v1 challenge, and it dribbles and bounces in front of the goal, but no one's there to capitalize at home. A nice send away from Lions. Baynock trying to get the punctuation mark on that one, but no. It will be scored. A nice dribble pass. But this time, Oki Finn will find themselves in a great position, almost playing their best Cosmo Buster cosplay.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely was a big save there, but Boise State gonna try one more time. Lions gonna go for that demo there on to Oki Finn, recognizing he's been a big factor in their defense so far. Here's another opportunity. That's a nice leak-up play from Boise State. They can't finish on that occasion, as it was there from Lions. And now, nice job from Baynock. Can he flip this over the defense? The answer is no, as the ball disagreed with him there, as He-Crew now going to send it towards the other side of the field. Boise State will back off for just a moment before they intercept the ball. Lions again moving in here, gonna try to set up his teammates. It falls for Baynock. Baynock gonna try to guide it in to the back of the net, somehow not able to go in. And Lions is spinning in a circle before finally deciding to go get the ball. Knocks it forward one more time. It's gonna come back out here towards Baynock, in for Lions, back for Baynock, not able to get on the end of it. Lions with the shot, Lions scores!
The pass to pass to pass play will get Boise State first blood in this series. They'll take this first round. But I mean,
You know what?
that was like 2.5 minutes there on the overtime clock, and that means both these teams are fighting tooth and nail to try and get these advantages. And Montana's, that's a good team right there, I'll tell you what.
So you know what? I don't think Baynock touched that. I think it was a setup to
You wish.
I think it was a setup from the shooter.
You wish. Regardless, guys, Idaho Army National Guard is a proud supporter of Boise State Esports. Top plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With over 10 jobs and $20,000 sign-on bonus and a degree of your choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard truly is the best team out there. Reach out on Twitch at iGuard Gaming. Great series, and this is going to be hopefully what we see overtimes each game, go to a game 5, the best series ever, and then of course Boise State winning at the end. But we're only in round 1, so we'll have to see whether or not that happens. It's going to be a tough one, I think, for either team.
Yeah, it definitely will be, as game 1 was certainly an
they want to get right back into it.
Yeah.
No breaks allowed, as these teams are raring to go. Boise State off the maybe a little bit of remnants of their most recent round victory, but will that provide enough of a momentum boon for them mentally in this round 2?
That's certainly going to be the question here. Is how well are they going to start here in this game 2, coming off of the the emotional high of winning in overtime like that in the previous game, as Cosmo Buster going to try to win the ball back in his own end, but instead He-Crew going to take it back one more time. But Lions may be able to start the break here with Cosmo Buster deep, of course, as the Lions going to try to play this one above the goal. It's going to fall short here. Can Cosmo Buster get in the play? And the answer will be yes, as he's able to win the ball back.
Finds a way every time.
Lost the ball, though, as it's going to come back to Lions, and again cleared into the Boise State end.
Ooh. The swift handbrake into reverse motion from Baynock will get him not only possession, but a commanding one at that of the ball. Pushing forward, it will be sent away. A's up in the air. Lions looking for a challenge. Will win this 1v1 over the attacker's head. Nice thwart away, but Boise State, again, if they suffer too much pressure, we've seen that armor crack before. They want to be the aggressors here. A nice over-the-arch play and a pass at that. Can Boise State make something of it? There's too many defenders in the way. Boise State continues to force this boost to be used at a very frantic and panicky pace. A nice reset, a double tap for Cosmo Buster will get position over to Lions. Lions going to go for a nice centering play, but A's will find it and send it completely lobbed away on the other side of the field. Cosmo Buster already on the retreat, in great position to defend. And Baynock there also to help out with that huge defense. And they do continue to keep things relatively okay away from the net, but only for four more moments. Oki Finn looking for an opportunity of their own. Going to go off a centering corner pass. Do not make it. A nice touch from Baynock. Keep things up in the air, and somehow, some way, Cosmo Buster continues to do these wacky, zany, crazy plays. He didn't even pick up the 100 boost there. He just did it on his own.
It was very impressive there. He's able to get on the end of that, sticks it in the right spot, precise there from Cosmo Buster, and he gives Boise State a 1-0 lead here. 2:50 to go here in regulation now, as Boise State Going to be able to play with the lead here, and it looks like they're going to try to add for more here. A deep pass here, but it's going to come back down short. No, it's not actually, as Baynock gets demolished by A's. Now Cosmo Buster going to bring this one all the way out from his own end. It's going to be cleared immediately back one more time as Lions going to try to leave this one for Baynock. And Baynock able to get a piece of it. Now here comes Lions. Lions has Baynock in support. Lions going to try to drive it himself on the goal line. No one's there to finish it. Boise State, another opportunity goes begging as it is not finished.
So very close. Boise State does have a 1-0 lead, but it's not enough for them to goof around. They're not goofing around, I can assure you. Boise State really looking to try and get some extra points on the board and getting themselves to safety. Ball still centered, still angled and positioned for a score, but will be turned away. Only gain repossession here. Baynock going to go a nice roundabout move, gets possession of the ball, goes for a dribble attempt, but A's will read him like that. Pop-up book or otherwise. Nice aerial play going across the other side in the other corner where defenders are not. But the speed at which A's is playing this game might be a little bit too much for Boise State to get a grip on. Cosmo Buster going for defense. Nice defense into it. Blocking the attempted lob away with your own body is always a great play. Baynock finding himself in position with his Kara's body. And they're going to continue to try and hold this at bay. 1 minute and 17 seconds on the clock. Shot on goal opportunity continues to whittle away at Boise State's prowess, but it doesn't matter. Baynock breaks it away. Does not find an angle to the goal, but maybe giving one over the lines. He gets himself up in the air. No boost to speak of, but it does not matter. Cosmo Buster finds the centering pass, but no one is there to follow up. Boise State continues to buy time, but they would much rather have a score on the board.
Yeah, it would definitely make this ending here a little bit less nervy. That might have been it, but Cosmo Buster just can't push it over the line. He only goes side to side, not north and south. And now Lions going to hold this one up for Baynock. Back to Lions. That's got a lot of pace, but it's going to be blocked by A's, but it's still on the goal line for Cosmo Buster. He goes again, east-west, but there's another shot blocked again at that far post by A's. Boise State, not for a lack of trying, only up 1-0. There's another opportunity, another follow-up here, but it's going to be too high, knocked away here from A's. And now Lions going to try to go in one more time. A's takes it away. Double demolition rather comes out there on the other side of the field, and now Lions going to try to just play catch with himself. They're trying to clear this one away. Boise State, one more, just hits the ground, and Boise State takes game 2 as well. Back-to-back wins.
Montana. Bringing Boise State to take the consolidation 1-0 win. Boise State will take the series, or sorry, the round there too, and putting Montana, the Grizz, on possibly game point, but not for lack of trying. I mean, that was to the hard out fought game. So kudos to Montana so far for really bringing the series. Regardless, Boise State Esports is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast talent. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Gotta hand it to Montana. The Grizz has really come to play today. I mean, that was impressive. There were so many shots on goal, but more so, we talk about how the pressure for most teams forces a imperfect defense. There was like 6 or 7 shots on goal, and they just continued to turn them away with ease.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, Boise State's defense was, a big reason why they won that game. I mean, it's not often you see a 1-0 Rocket League game,
right,
with that many shots. I mean, they had to stand tall for most of that game, and they definitely did, and they made their one chance count. But like I said, not for a lack of trying, but that game finishes 1-0, as they certainly tried to increase that score, but were not ultimately successful in that regard. But I can't say that they're going to complain too much about that.
Yeah, you take it. You put it on match point. That's a mental kind of thing as well. Maybe the stress of the goals might be something that doesn't make this Montana squad crumble, but maybe the loss of the series, with it being match point for them, possibly could.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we might see some changes now out of Montana, whether it's some way they're going to play, whether they want to go even more offensive, more defensive, kind of stick 3 guys behind the ball the whole game and make it a lot harder to be broken down and that kind of thing. We could definitely see a variety of things, or they could continue to play the same way they think eventually it's going to break for us. We just have to keep the faith, and we'll see what happens. But, Boise State playing comfortably. I don't see any major changes to their game. I think I've really liked how they've played out these first two.
I know this isn't hockey. This isn't a hockey-based game. But with such an iconic movie such as the Mighty Ducks, why has there not been a team to make a Mighty Duck play?
It's a good question.
Someone answer? Someone? Twitch chat? Anybody? I would like to. Oh, I got the ball. I'm dribbling. I'm in front. Oh, I'm about to get challenged by a defender. Pass it to my side guy. Pass to the other side guy. Who knows?
Who knows?
It could be huge.
Oh, we got.
I'm huge.
We just got.
And again, Boise State versus Montana Grizz.
You're the game.
I am. Oh my gosh, I lost. Hey, Twitch chat, I lost the game. Sorry. Not sorry. Boise State looking to try and win this one here. Prevent themselves from losing too drastically in this NECC matchup. But Cosmobuster finding themselves in the wings. A nice demolition on top of that. Nothing else beyond. Can't punch that meal ticket just yet. Up in the air will be a challenge as Hikaru looks for anything. Okifin trying to get the assist, but not able to find it. A's also touching the ball, but despite the involvement for all three team members, they're not able to really shape anything up. Boise State continue getting these passing lanes and continue keeping things on their toes for this Montana team.
Yeah, they definitely are. Now here comes Lions, gonna play this one around the back here, and gonna try to play this one out, but Hikaru gonna take it away, gonna go all the way towards the Boise State end. That's a mistake, but a huge save. Baynock comes back to make the save. Boise State again with a huge save on their own goal line. Now can they turn this into an opportunity? Is Cosmobuster gonna try to go for another opportunity here, but not able to find it? Gonna go over the head of Baynock there, and Boise State will not find anything on that occasion.
Won't find anything in terms of score, but that was that was a teeth clencher right there. That was a nail biter. They missed the defense. Luckily, the rest of the two members for rotations were there. That's why rotations are important. Boise State now on the aggressive front. Continue to see the ball on this orange side of the field. They don't want to keep it that way. Cosmobuster looking for the angle. He might slide himself in out of nowhere as Baynock and Lions continue to pass this back and forth in front. Nice challenge by A's. Not only knocks the ball into their favor away from their goal, but takes away Boise State and bounces them back in addition. A nice waterfall. Not going to result in anything just yet. A's going to go for a nice pass to themselves. Cosmobuster will find the demolition. Lions going to go for the reverse play. Cosmobuster finding boost, pushing forward. Still on defense now. A's looking for anything here, looking for a pass down the field. Say, hey, pass to me, I'm open. Can't find it just yet as Boise State continues to push forward. On the side wall, they do have possession of some of the boost. A nice shot across the way as Hikaru will find it in a nice angle. Wow. But a bigger question mark on the Boise State rotation here.
Well, I think they thought it wasn't going to go in. I mean, that kind of dipped sharply.
I think Cosmobuster did miss that defense there.
Yeah, it did. I mean, it just went barely over his head, but it sharply went down there at the very,
Why you got to wear a
end.
hat?
Yeah.
Wear the chef hat so you have extra hitbox, right?
Well, yeah, he could have worn his collection of hats he got earlier.
It's true. That's also true. Nice carry here from Baynock. Gonna go for a pass. Cosmobuster will find it. A shot on goal will be turned away. Lions looking to try and even things up, but cannot find the angle, and the defense is just too powerful. Got to harken back to the Boise State Doc's keys of the game. You got to get yourself in position to bump. These defenders from Montana are just too powerful. They can't play the game if you move them around, though.
Exactly. It's going to be something Boise State's got to open up some of these passing lanes here as they're not being found, but they've also got to get on the end of some of these passes too. I mean, they have had open opportunities bagging as Hikaru going to add another one here. Montana controlling the game.
Yeah, really in the driver's seat, pun intended, always. And that's exactly how we just mentioned Boise State can play. A's finding the sole defender to try and block the ball. Bumped him out of the way, and unfortunately for Baynock, he could not play the game there.
Yeah, he definitely couldn't, and now Cosmobuster going to try to get Boise State back in the game. Nearly did, as the Lions will follow it up with another shot that's blocked on the goal line. A's going to try to clear this one out, but intercepted by Lions. It's going to fall here for Cosmobuster, but going to be cleared away here out of danger from Montana. That is going to be Baynock getting demolished there. Another opportunity for Montana knocked away there by Cosmo. So it's going to come back out towards center field now for A's. Going to come back over here. Turns it over, though, to Cosmo. Cosmo looking for Lions. Lions has it taken away from him as He-Crew goes for the goal. But it's going to Baynock getting back and knocking it away.
Nice clear from Boise State. Baynock going for the carry as well with the assist from Lions, but Lions misses the touch. We talked about how these minuscule mistakes can't be afforded for them to have success, and that could be a crucial moment. That could have been a 1-2 score if they got that play actuated. Lions up in the air, does meet the challenge, does not lose this time. But the pressure now for Boise State is on whether or not they can get 2 goals in 45 seconds. Shot on goal, demolition, that could be the breakaway moment. Oki Finn looking for anything, trying to stall out as much as possible. Boise State looking for something, but cannot get themselves to touch the ball. Lions in position, 2 defenders there as well. Cosmos are on the back foot for rotations. And this is when you have to afford maybe having your defender on maybe sort of an attack or bump heavy position. You only got 20 seconds left to score 2 points.
Yeah, are they going to be able to find it here? Well, if they get a goal now, they've got plenty of time still potentially here, but under 10 seconds now left remaining here. Demo comes down onto the goalie. Can they get this ball towards the goal? Well, it was a good defense there from A's, not letting Lions get the cross in, and that's going to be just Boise State out of time here in game number 3. So no sweep of Montana, but still in control here.
Montana showing signs of life will bring this to a game 4. Still on match point, meaning they still have to fight for their lives, but Boise State showing a bit of signs of struggle there in that 3rd game.
Yeah, they definitely were. I mean, they struggled to finish, and now that's 2 games in a row. 1 goal between them in both of those games. I mean, they've got to find a way to get the finishing back, whether that's changing something up, the way they're choosing to attack, finishing better. Something's got to change, I think.
You have questions like we do on how Boise State can kind of close this one out. Go to, guys, Score Pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. I'm going.
Yeah,
I need some help.
Well, they can find a new way to attack here thanks to Esports Tower. So.
Yeah, I'm going to call them up. What's their number? They didn't have the number on there.
They had a website.
Go to the website.
They had a website.
Who has a phone number anymore, honestly?
I know, right? Couldn't be.
Boise State trying to dial in their success here. Cannot find a great way to do so. Doesn't have the T9 texting unlocked. So it's going to be a tough one for them to try and spell out. Montana continuing to try and be competitive. I mean, we saw Game 2 go really competitive, just the 1 point difference. Game 3 there, they completely had dominant performance and didn't leave a lot of room for wanting in terms of defense. Again, that might be their strong suit, is stopping any sort of progression for Boise State's offense.
Yeah, I mean, again, like we were talking about, 1 goal between the last 2 games. I mean, that's plain and simple not enough goals to win enough games. In fact, 1 goal between 2 means you didn't score any in the other game, and that means you lost. So they're, you know, quick maths, I know, but they're going to have to definitely change it up, get more goals.
Your logic.
And that should help them out, because even despite them not really scoring that much, they've also done very well defensively. I mean, they only gave up 2 in the last game. Not a ton. They obviously didn't give up any in Game 2. They're doing very well defensively. The offense just has to remain consistent. It has to be there.
And it is what it is. Boise State continue to try and fight themselves into a winning position. Only 1 more game for them to try and take this one home. So to see whether or not they can do so as we continue the series. And I do wonder, we saw a lot of success come from Montana within the realm of them being combative. The demolitions were coming out from both sides, sure. But A's, really the star player for saying, okay, you want to go for a shot on goal? I'm not going to let you be there. Or we're going to go for a shot on goal and you can't defend this because I'm not moving you out of the way.
Yeah, definitely was something that, you know, Boise State has struggled with. But are they going to be able to get around it regardless? Lions not able to put it in on that occasion. It's going to come right back to him again. And Baynock not able to get there in time, but he's able to get turned around here. Going to look to get on the end of that cross was Lions, and instead it's going to go the other direction. Into the corner we go, and that's a nice setup again. Cosmo Buster and Lions combining. Lions trying to get turned around in the air, manages to do so. Looking for Baynock, who sends it wide of the goal. Can Baynock get it back? Yes, he can for just a moment before A's is going to look to take that away. But again, Cosmo Buster doing a good job winning the ball back high up the field. Looking for Lions. Lions sends it too high, spikes it into the ground. Can someone from Boise State get on the end of that? There's a slow roller there from Baynock, but not fast enough to get into the goal. Now Cosmo Buster wins it back one more time. Boise State unrelenting here through the first minute of the game. Baynock gonna drive this one towards the goal. Gonna fall back out to Lions in the slot and finally cleared out effectively. Maybe not actually, as Baynock gonna have an opportunity. No, he gets demolished from A's. And Boise State still not able to get on the board. There it is. Finally relentless pressure, and the armor is broken.
You reap what you sow, and my goodness, they were harvesting this play for a long time.
I can't believe they shot so many times there in that first minute and didn't score.
Yeah, it may show only 3 shots on goal, but there was at least 6 unconfirmed there.
Yeah.
Boise State now having to answer their own defense as the ball almost ricochets right into their own goal. Lions up in the air, 1v1 challenge, Cosmo Buster in the wings. Here comes A's trying to get in possession of the ball. Can get it turned away from his own man. Montana looking to fight with fighting force. Can they do so? They continue to stall Boise State from lobbing this one away. But for how much longer? There it is. It's cleared away. The demolition from both sides can be huge. It's going to bounce and dribble, but not into the goal. Just into the welcoming wheels of A's.
Yeah, it's going to come back out here again. And there's another shot on goal from Montana.
Finesse.
Wow.
Okefin, no, sorry, A's? No, Okefin does bounce it off this wall for the self-assist. And again, can't get in the defense if you're not there. A's goes for the demolition on the defender. Good spectator cam to catch that there.
Well, Montana, answers right back with a spell possession of their own. Boise State, now, how are they going to respond conceding after taking the early lead? Still just under 3 minutes left here in regulation time, so still plenty of time for both of these teams. That's a nice pass there from Lion, but not able to complete the trifecta as Baynock was not in possession. There it is, though, Baynock! Great possession there from Boise State as they don't give up the play, and Baynock passing it to himself, and Lions with the helpful hit.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how, but Baynock's got some sort of boost of success when his car's upside down.
Yes, he
Whenever
does.
his car goes flip, the power's on. It's like Ash Ketchum when he turns his hat backwards.
So what you're telling me is buy all the stocks for Baynock when he's upside down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. To the moon.
Write that down, folks. Write that down.
To the moon. Oh, nice demolition. Shot on goal. Defense as well. Will be dribbled down. No. Okefin cannot find it. Boise State has a 1-point lead and wants to hold on to it again. Montana needs to answer this, needs to tie this up and bring us to a game 5, or they are done for tonight. And Boise State will take this one away 2-1 with only 2 minutes and 10 seconds remain. A shot on goal off the crossbar. It's going to be a pass. I don't think the one is intended to go in. Maybe more of a, hey, come get this real quick situation. Cosmo Buster up in the wings, goes for their own upside down whoopsie-doodle. Lions touching the ball, going to the corner, does not get the boost, but does buy time for Baynock to get some. Cosmo Buster waiting, loses the challenge. Nice lob and clear from the side of Montana. And this could be their opportune time to strike. Up in the air, no. Boise State will quickly regain possession of the ball. The Baynock to double pass, but the interruption is there. The demolitions across the board. There was only one solitary member. Can they get this in position? Oh my goodness, Cosmo Buster just took his hand off the controller and slapped himself in the forehead. Sometimes it'd be like that, though.
I think there was a Rule 1 going on in the corner. As well.
Fair and respectful, but if you broke it, shame on you.
I don't know how it ended, but I'm pretty sure Baynock was tied up with someone. That was why it was a one-on-one in the goal there. There's a nice flip on the ball. Boise State, though, able to make the save. Baynock not quite upside down, so not quite anything going on there just yet. Lions looking to challenge for the 50-50. He's going to win that one successfully. It's going to bounce off that corner wall, though. Going to come back out to center as Baynock will send it back in one more time as we're now under a minute here between these two teams. Boise State still holding the lead as Lions going to go into the corner here. Tries to spike it into the ground. Instead, it's going to fall here. That's a nice setup here from Cosmo, but Lions not in position. Neither is Baynock for just a moment. Lions, though, tries to squeak it in, and a huge save there from Okefin.
And again, the Montana defense needs to be praised. They're keeping this within a one-score game the entire series. They need to continue to do something, but now need to be on the oppressive front. 24 seconds remain, and they need to get this tied to bring it to golden goal. Boise State needs to keep the possession all theirs to make sure that does not happen. Shot on goal. A's looking for the slow, lofty play. Will be turned away. Cosmobuster in the air. 10 seconds remain. Everyone's scrambling to touch the ball. An attempted 1v1 in the goal. But Boise State will have to find an open net, and Cosmobuster will possibly seal the fate for this series alone. Yes, the Lions assisted, so maybe not alone, but look at the end. It's all Cosmobuster here. I think he actually stole that.
Huge shot, though. And it was a great play there from Boise State, remaining calm in their own end, dealing with that pressure and eventually turning it into a shot, which turns into a goal. But Boise State will take the victory here. Great adaptation.
Hey, Caster just kidding.
Yeah, really.
Boise State manages to find an angle, and I didn't see them much on defense that entire last round, but that's because they were completely in the driver's seat and could not be removed. They got that 5-point harness locked down.
Yeah, they definitely did, and they showed that they were definitely a very talented group, and that's why they were able to go as far as they did in the weekend tournament, but also comfortably close out against Montana.
Yeah, another point, another dub for Boise State. Keep in mind, Boise State is always looking for talented players, production, and broadcast talent. Top talent, along with good grades and eligibility, can earn scholarships as well. Sign up today by visiting boisestate.edu/esports for more information. Please go check it out. It's actually pretty cool. And Boise State will be the winner tonight in an epic 3-1 series against the Montana Grizz. But to be fair, I think it was well earned. They made some really good adjustments from the weekend prior to tonight, and I think that well-deserved 3-1 series.
I agree. I think they definitely showed some improvements from what they learned in their weekend series and their very high placing as well, as just considering the adaptations from game 2, 3, and 3 combined, I would think, into game 4, because they had scored 1 goal. They come out, they find a way to score 3, and they're able to still hold Montana to just 1, so they didn't sacrifice defense for more offense, and that's a big deal as well, because typically that can be what the end results could be.
Quick question. You had mentioned before we got through these series that Lions was the player to watch. Would you say that you were accurate with that? Lions was the catalyst for success. If you were to give a #1 place for tonight's performance to a player, would it be still Lions?
That's a good question. I think I'm going to go with Baynock, because I think he took it into his hands more times than not, but if we're going to go with the Montana series, I'd say Cosmo.
I'm going to say Cosmobuster. You got to pick one.
Cosmo.
Caster v. Caster. Let's go. Let's see who will win Supreme. I'm putting all my baskets.
Cosmo.
I got multiple baskets in the Cosmo. Not even just like
I
the
have
one Cosmo basket.
each.
We have just many baskets that are the Cosmo basket. So
I have shared baskets for each.
Oh, okay. You can't. No.
Yeah. I bought all the stocks for Upside Down Baynock.
Well, if that's a thing, then I will put all my baskets in the Upside Down Baynock, 'cause that's just too powerful. The Batman car Upside Down is just too much. But we'll have to see who's it going to be. Who's going to beat? It's going to be Lions.
Should have stuck with my original.
Oh, you should have. Yeah, stick with your gut. And rightfully so. I mean, look at how many plays they were actually a part of. It was pretty much all of them that were scoring plays.
Pretty much. I mean, and that's just, a game-winning assist, game-sealing assist, and just the last game alone. I mean, and so many of these key passes created by Lions, good finishes, which helped, either put them up to win the game or to set them up for a big chance. So very impactful on both ends. Good choice.
Yeah, and the player of the game for tonight, of course, is brought to you by Idaho Central Credit Union, who believes a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success. Lions is the Idaho Central Credit Union player of the game. Again, well-deserved. I wish I could give out accolades for everybody. We have, I think, the most Baratel's favorite was Upside Down Baynock. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's going to be just that's always going to happen. Well, as we kind of get to the closing out of tonight, do you have any big takeaways, anything to look forward to as we move forward?
Just continue to be excited about Boise State, Orange's improvement. They've done a very good job, from just learning from what they've gone through, from their run through the weekend tournament, finishing in top 8, as well as taking on the Grizzlies here. They're continuing to show that improvement, demonstrating it over a 5-game series, as well as just over the long haul as well. I'm excited to see where this team can go. They've got a lot of talented players. They're a good group. Can't wait to see what they do next.
Yeah, and with that, we are going to close out with the top 5 plays of the game. Top 5 plays are presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. With over 10 jobs, $20,000 sign-on bonus, and a degree of your choice paid for, the Idaho Army National Guard truly is the best team out there. From us here at the desk, from production, from the players that are still scrimming it out behind us, thank you for stopping by. Have a good night, and is it Tuesday yet? This. How does Boise State get the lead? Sorry, I'm a pun person, so that was an open door for me, and I had to go through it.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, I gotta think of a good pun-related one. Not find one, but
down. An almost indefendable angle. Boise State still trying to find a way to close this one out and lock this one up. And what a mental boon for them if they could continue to prevent St. Edward's from getting anything beyond the 1 score. And it looks like they're going to continue to try and pad their own stats. Look at the amount of accolades on this board as Boise State. If only a teammate was there, but they had just expended so much to defend that close goal right in front of their net. Net demolition across the way. Give things a little bit of a man advantage over to Cal Poly. Boise State bouncing. Lions trying to get a self-dribble. Goes pretty far down the goal. Goes for a shot, and Cosmo Buster will find.
Baynock gonna knock it forward, maybe recenter it for Lions as it's gonna get knocked behind Cosmo Buster, who will have to play it along the back wall there above Boise State's goal. Taken away from him though in a dangerous position. Monku looking to go for it, and a big knock away for the moment by Lions. Big save from Baynock on the goal line, but Boise State actually, as Baynock gonna have an opportunity. No, he gets demolished from A's, and Boise State still not able to get on board. There it is, finally relentless pressure, and the armor is broken.
You reap what you sow, and my goodness, they were harvesting this play for a long time.
I can't believe they